Welcome to Aprendo en Casa. I am teacher Evelyn and I'm very happy to be here with you. Do you remember what we covered on our last lesson? Yes, it was about a world full of differences. For today, we're going to continue talking about the same topic, but this time we're going to see how these people's differences are going to make us better human beings. Interesting, right? So go and invite your family to participate with us. Great. Now that everybody is present, let's get ready. For this lesson, you are going to need the following materials: a pencil or a pen, a sheet of paper, or a notebook, a sharpener, and an eraser in case you need to correct your answers. Some important reminders. Work in a quiet place. Avoid loud noises. And wash your hands to prevent COVID-19. Very good. Let's start. I want to tell you what we are going to learn today. Pay attention. How to recognize textbook explanations and examples about cliques. And look at the pictures. Next, then we also are going to learn how to interpret many subject-specific words about cliques. Here we have the word clique again. Okay, I want to ask you a question. Are you all Costa Ricans? Are we all the same? Are we all different? Look at the following words and images and think about these questions. Let's think about school. And let's remember when you were at school, right? How do you feel when you see the following images? And what is today's theme? Okay? Think about that and look at the following images and pictures. Okay, then we have the first word, clique. Look at the image. Pay attention because you are going to try to figure out the meaning of the words according to the picture. Next, excluding. Next word, excluding. Okay. Number 3, leaders. Here we have Nelson Mandela, right? And the President of the United States, Trump. Next one, bullying. Maybe you can recognize that word very easily, right? Okay, next one, jocks. What is a jock? Okay, this is a specific group. Look at the image, jocks. Next, brains. Who are the brains in high school? Brains, very good. Next, the nerds. Nerds, okay. Next one, artists. Okay, look at the pictures, please. Druggies, the next one, please. Druggies, very good. Next one, freaks. Okay, very good. Now, based on these pictures and words, okay, excellent. Now, based on these pictures and words, you are going to guess what the class is going to be about. Yes, I know you can guess this, right? So, we're going to read textbook explanations with examples, and with the help of these pictures, we're going to figure out the meaning of the test. So, let's see what the word cliques is. Cliques, don't forget about that word. Okay, I want you to think about your English class. And the teacher asks you to read a test about cliques, and then you have to do a task based on that test. Nice. Well, maybe cliques is a new word for us. It's something we don't know about, but don't worry, because today we're going to learn about that. Do you want to know a little bit more about the task? So go with me and let's see what it is about. Okay, very good. Let's look at the task. Okay, very good. Here you are going to match the keywords with the corresponding definition. What keywords? You are going to match the previous words with their definitions. Next. Thank you. Here we have the task. You have in one column, you have the word, and then next to it, you have the definitions. I'm going to read the definitions. Pay attention and remember the pictures. It is when someone is being hurt, either by words or actions on purpose, usually more than once, feels bad because of it, and has a hard time stopping what is happening to them. Number 2, it is a stereotype of an athlete or someone who is primarily interested in sports culture, and doesn't take much interest in intellectual culture. 3, being part of a group of friends that leave other kids out on purpose. Next, it is not taking someone or something into account. And number 5, it is the person who leads or commands a group. Then we have on the other column the words. Word number 1 is clique. Number 2, excluding. Number 3, leader. Number 4, bullying. And number 5, jokes. Okay, let's see the other 5 definitions on next slide. Here, well, we have number 1, a group of people who make a strong, affected, or pretentious display of being artistic or interested in the arts. Number 2, a group of people who use illegal drugs daily. A group of people who are so ardently devoted to something or obsessed with a specific interest. A group of socially awkward and unintelligent but single-minded people obsessed with a non-social hobby or pursuit. And a group of people with intellectual capacity. And then we have the words on the other column. Number 6, brains, nerds, addies, druggies. And number 10 is freaks. Okay, now let's think about the words. Okay, very good. And let's try to complete the task. Look at the possible answers. Okay, yeah, look at the answers. Next slide, please. Thank you, very good. Here we have the answers. Okay, the first definition. It is when someone is being hurt either by words or actions on purpose, usually more than once, feels bad because of it, and has a hard time stopping what is happening to them. This is word number 4, bullying. Okay, next is number 5. It is a stereotype of an athlete or someone who is primarily interested in sports culture, and doesn't take much interest in intellectual culture. And here we have word number 5, jokes. Then the next says being part of a group of friends that leave other kids out on purpose. And this is regarding to word number 1. So look, this is a clique. What is a clique? Being part of a group of friends that leave other kids out on purpose. When you make those groups at school, then it is not taking someone or something into account. And it's word number 2 when you exclude somebody, right? So excluding. And finally here we have it is the sentence. It is the person who leads or commands a group, which is connected to word number 3, leader. Okay, very good, guys. Now let's go to the next words. Okay, regarding to the first definition, it says a group of people who make a strong, affected, or pretentious display of being artistic or interested in the arts. And it's number 8, the artists. Very good. And the next, a group of people who use illegal drugs daily. And it's number 9, the druggies. Okay, next, a group of people who are so ardently devoted to something or obsessed with a specific interest. And it's number 10, the freaks. The next, a group of socially awkward and unintelligent but single-minded people obsessed with a non-social hobby or pursuit. And it's regarding to word number 7, nerds. And then we have the last one, which is a group of people with intellectual capacity, which is word number 6, the brains. Okay, very good job. Interesting words, right? What about doing the reading to learn more about them? Okay, so we're going to read about cliques. There are 5 paragraphs. Pay attention while we're reading together and let's analyze each paragraph at the same time. All the previous words are shown in the test. So I want you to try to contextualize their meaning. So let's start. It says, paragraph number 1. The Nemours Foundation defines a clique as being part of a group of friends that leave other kids out on purpose. A clique is usually run by 1 or 2 kids who have been deemed popular. And these leaders decide who can be a part of their group and who gets left out. Cliques usually have rules the members must follow, such as excluding others and not being friends with anyone outside the group. In most cases, clique behavior evolves into bullying. Okay, the next second paragraph. Kids may join a clique because they want to be popular or to feel as though they belong. There are hierarchies of cliques in schools, ranging from the popular kids to the losers, such as jocks, brains, nerds, artists, druggies, and freaks. Paragraph number 3. It says, the Nemours Foundation has the following advice for students who are dealing with being left out by a clique. Remember, a clique is a group of friends, right? Okay, first, advice, find friends. There are plenty of other people outside in any other particular group. Be open-minded and don't discriminate against others just because they look or act differently. The next paragraph says, speak up. If your group of friends has suddenly turned into a clique, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't take it out on yourself. Some kids feel they need to change who they are to be accepted by certain people. Don't change who you are to conform to other people's standards. And finally, the last paragraph says, how to form or forming positive friendship circles. Cliques don't have to be bad, so long as its members know the boundaries that should never be crossed, such as putting others down to impress the group. With support and guidance, students can work out healthy ways to connect with friends and accept others in school. Very interesting, right? Did you know about cliques? How interesting. Let's check if you pay attention. And let's do another activity. What do you think? Pay attention to the instructions. Okay, this is the task. Read the following statements and number them in the order in which they are mentioned in the reading. So do you remember the reading? Now you are going to organize the sentences. Look at the sentences. Okay, how to form positive friendship circles. Then, pieces of advice about not to be afraid of speaking and not changing the way we are. Reasons why kids may join to a clique and the different hierarchies of cliques. Definition of the word clique, and advice about how to find friends. Excellent. Okay, think about the reading and let's try to organize the sentences. Think about that. Okay, excellent. Let's look at the answer. Okay, well, number 1 is regarding to the definition of the word clique. Number 2, reasons why kids may join to a clique and the different hierarchies of cliques. Number 3, advice about how to find friends. Number 4, pieces of advice about not to be afraid of speaking and not changing the way we are. And number 5, how to form positive friendship circles. Excellent. I know you did a very good job. Okay? Very good. Okay. Now we're going to read the paragraphs for the second time to do another task. But before, let's review the task. Okay? Okay. We're going to do the task. Look at the task. It says, read the test and fill in the graphic organizer with the 6 cliques in school. Do you remember the cliques in school? The popular versus the losers. Okay, so let's try to do it. And I mentioned, or the reading mentioned, 6 different cliques or groups that are formed in school. Do you remember them? Okay, let's look at the answers. Very good. Okay, yeah. Well, number 1 was the jocks. Number 2 were the brains. Number 3, the nerds. Number 4, the artists. Number 5, druggies. And number 6, the freaks. Excellent. Very good. Now, we're going to do the following. We're going to read the test again. So, let's go back to slide 18, okay, and read the test together with me. But before reading the test, 18, before reading the test, let's take some notes. That's important in order to get the correct answer. Okay? Very good. Let's read the test together. Excellent. Okay. Okay, good. The Nemours Foundation defines a clique as being part of a group of friends that leave other kids out on purpose. A clique is usually run by 1 or 2 kids who have been deemed popular, and these leaders decide who can be a part of their group and who gets left out. Cliques usually have rules the members must follow, such as excluding others and not being friends with anyone outside the group. In most cases, clique behavior evolves into bullying. Second paragraph. Okay, kids may join a clique because they want to be popular or to feel as though they belong. There are hierarchies of cliques in schools, ranging from the popular kids to the losers, such as jocks, brains, nerds, artists, druggies, and freaks. Next paragraph. The Nemours Foundation has the following advice for students who are dealing with being left out by a clique. Find friends. There are plenty of other people outside in any particular group. Be open-minded and don't discriminate against others just because they look or act differently. Next paragraph. Speak up. If your group of friends has suddenly turned into a clique, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't take it out on yourself. Some kids feel they need to change who they are to be accepted by certain people. Don't change who you are to conform to other people's standards. And let's read the last paragraph. It says, forming positive friendship circles. Cliques don't have to be bad, so long as its members know the boundaries that should never be crossed, such as putting others down to impress the group. With support and guidance, students can work out healthy ways to connect with friends and accept others in school. So very good job, guys. Now we're going to conclude the tasks for today's lesson. Okay, to conclude today's task, we are going to work with our families. So pay attention and call your family members and listen to the instructions. Okay, very good. It says, you are going to prepare a short conversation about cliques with one member of your family. One of you is going to state an opinion using information from the test, and the other is going to say something to agree or disagree with what was said. You are going to switch roles. So what you can do here is one of you is going to show the express opinion, and the other person disagrees or agrees about that opinion. Okay? But before doing that, you need to see some very helpful expressions. Let's look at them. Stating your opinion. You can use phrases like I think, I believe, I feel, in my opinion. For example, I think being part of a clique is not a good idea. The other, okay, agreeing. I agree with you. That's so true. That's exactly how I feel. And then there is an example. I agree with you, Carlos. Parents should be aware of cliques. And finally, let's look at the other phrases. Disagreeing. You may have a point. However, I think, I don't think so. I'm afraid I disagree. For example, I'm afraid I disagree with you, Carlos. We can work with Anita in the English project. Okay, guys, now that you know how to express opinions and agreeing and disagreeing, let's work with your family members, okay? So, would you like to listen to Francella's opinion? Well, she's one of your classmates, and she was making an opinion about the cliques. Let's listen to her. Pay attention.
Hi, Teacher Evelyn. How are you? In my opinion, being
Francella
part
is
of
a
a
very
clique
good
could be
student.
difficult because these groups commonly discriminate and force others to do things they don't feel comfortable with. If you want to be part of a special group, you could create one with your friends to fight against discrimination in our high schools and communities. The change can start at any moment and you can be part of the change.
Excellent opinion. Thank you, Francella. You are great. So now that you know how to do that, let's do it with your families. Great job. Okay, thank you for the commitment, guys. Now it's time to self-assess what we did in today's lesson. Let's look at the assessment charts. Number 1, did I read the instructions carefully? Yes or no? Did I finish the linguistic task proposed? Did I use different supports to complete the linguistic tasks like images, audios, and keywords? Okay, the next chart, please. Thank you. So we have some indicators, and you are going to check if you achieve it or not, okay? So I identified the topic. I use context clues. I recognize subject-specific words. I identify main idea. I recalled basic words. I read to the end of sentences to help guess unknown words. So think about that very carefully, guys. And today we learn about the word cliques. Interesting topic, right? What do you think about that? Are you part of a clique? Don't worry, because if you are part of a clique, it doesn't have to be bad. You just need to know how to handle that, right? Speak with your family, speak with a teacher, or any other person that you feel good with, okay? So I'm going to ask you these 2 questions, and pay attention, please. What was your favorite part of this lesson? What was your favorite part? Well, maybe you liked everything, right? We learned about the different groups we had in school. What can you improve the next time I watch this TV program? Ah, interesting, right? Okay, maybe you can work in a quiet, in another place to avoid loud noises. Okay, so thank you guys for being here today with us. It was very nice to share with you. I hope to see you next week in another program, Aprendo en Casa TV. Thank you very much for being with us. I hope you have learned a lot about cliques and you can put it into practice. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.